Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Thank you so much for joining me for tea time once again. I appreciate you being here. So today we're going to be talking about the BCN Rankings. Now, what are those? Basically, what it is, BCN does a ranking based on POS or point of sales, retail sales, and they do cameras is one of the things that they rank. So we're going to take a look at them. This is going to be data for the month of February. So last month, basically. So we're going to look at it and just kind of read the tea leaves, so to speak, to try to see where the market is going, where the different companies are going. And I want to look at this data. I'm going to give you the top 10. And then after that, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And then I want to hear your thoughts in the comment area. Really, really important. As I always say, most of the good information, all the juicy stuff is in the comment area because there's a lot of smart people out there that put that information that they have, a lot of firsthand knowledge, a lot of really good data goes into the comment area below. So definitely check it out and add your thoughts in there. Now, before I start, if you haven't went over to my website, JCristina.com, go ahead and do so. Once again, JCristina.com. I invent photography tools. There's a lot of stuff that I've invented over the years. Check it out. One of the newer items is the ACC product, which is the Aurora Camera Care product for lens as well as sensor cleaning. Check it out if you haven't done so already. So, without further ado, let's get right into these BCN rankings. Now, number one in the first position is Canon, the EOS KISS X9. Now, the KISS X9 here in the US is basically a Rebel SL2, or if you're in Europe, it is the 200D. Now, all of these are going to have kit lenses with them. Remember, these are like retail box, like in the retail store. So they're all going to have kit lenses with them, besides one, and I'll get to that towards the end. Now, in the second position, we have another Canon. This one is the KISS X9i. Now, the X9i here in the US is considered the T7i, or in Europe, it's called an 800D. So that's in the second position. In third position, we have another Canon with the Canon EOS KISS M. Now, we know what that is. We've talked a lot about that. The M3, the M5, the M6, the M50. Well, it is the KISS M, and of course, that is with the kit lens in white. So I guess white is doing pretty well. Here in the US, we call it the EOS M. Now, that is in third. Now, in the fourth position, we have the Nikon D5600 with the kit lens. Nikon is up there now in fourth. Now, in the fifth position, once again, we have Canon with the KISS EOS M. Now, that is this time in black. So we have the white in third position, and we have the black KISS EOS M in fifth position. Now, in the sixth position, we have someone different. We have the Olympus Pen PL8. Now, in the seventh position, we have Canon yet again, this time with the Canon EOS KISS X8i. Now, that here in the US is considered a T6i, or for you in Europe, it is a 750D. That is in the seventh position. In the eighth position, we have the first Sony popping up here, the Sony A6400. That is kind of incredible. I'll get into that later. Once again, Sony A6400 coming in the eighth position. Now, in the ninth position, we have the Nikon D5300. And finally, in the 10th spot, we have the Olympus Pen PL8. This time in brown, whereas the last one in the sixth position was in white. So that is the top 10, all right? Now, I was looking down this list. We have like top 50. I was looking down this list, and I noticed in the 21st spot, we see a Sony A7 Mark III, which isn't bad. That is full frame. Whereas we see everything before is either Micro Four Thirds or APS-C, keeping that price low. And in the 39th position, wow, we have Canon, the EOS R. Now, this is the only one which will be body only. All right, people are buying just the body because they can go and use any of their Canon glass on this, because it comes with an adapter already. So once again, 21st, we have the Sony A7 Mark III, and in 39th spot, we have the Canon EOS R, just the body alone. Now, some of the things that I thought were noteworthy is, number one, we have Sony coming in that 8th spot with their brand new A6400. Now, that is right out the gate. It was released last month in February, and it already ticked off right at the 8th position. That is amazing, guys. That means that it is really selling well. Kudos to Sony for that camera, just selling just tons and tons of product. Really, really well. Also, what I found was noteworthy is that Nikon, their Z6 and their Z7 is nowhere to be found in the top 50. So that to me means that sales are really not going too well. I would like to have seen them close to Canon's EOS R, but they're just not there. And I don't have data all the way up to 100th position. I only have 50. So I don't know where they tick off here in that top 100, let's say. But they're not in the top 50, which just isn't good. To me, that isn't good. What I also think is noteworthy is that 5 out of the 10 cameras, of the top 10 cameras, are Canon cameras. And then we have 2 from Olympus, we have 1 from Sony, and we have 2 from Nikon. But the lion's share of camera sales is still Canon. No matter how bad they do on these cameras and just crazy neutering that they do, they just still sell. It's just amazing. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. But anyways, that is the case. Also, what is noteworthy is that 50% of these cameras are mirrorless, guys. You got a 50-50 split between mirrorless and non-mirrorless. So that is kind of interesting also. And out of the top 50 camera sales, we only have 2 full-frame mirrorless cameras, and that is the A7 Mark III as well as the Canon EOS R. That is it, guys. 2 full-frame mirrorless cameras out of the top 50 sales. So that really goes to show that even though we talk about full-frame mirrorless a lot, the actual numbers, the actual sales are really not spectacular, let's say. We do see in the 21st position the Sony A7 Mark III. So for full frame, it's doing fantastic. We'll see what happens next month with the Canon EOS R. That's currently in the 39th position. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. But I want to know what you guys think about these figures, these numbers, how they kind of play, how they interact. What do you think about the other camera manufacturers that are just nowhere to be found, right? They're just nowhere. The sales are just not great enough. Also, what do you think about Sony with their A7 Mark III sitting at the 21st position? Do you think that that can pop up possibly top 10? Or do you think the price is just still too dear for it to actually get there? Also, the EOS R, do you think that's going to be able to catch up to Sony a little bit or possibly not? And finally, what do you think about Nikon and their Z6 and their Z7? Are we going to be able to see them in the top 50 soon? Or are they going to still sit there below that? Who knows where? That really doesn't forebode well for them, in my personal opinion. So we're just taking this market data, this POS, this information, this BCN information, the rankings, and just trying to read, like I said, the tea leaves on what is going on, who's doing well, who's not, and then also what is selling. That is also very important. Possibly what I speak about on the channel, right? What is important to you guys? Is it APS-C? Is it full frame? Or maybe sometime soon it'll be medium format. What do you guys want to hear about? Anyways, I want to hear in the comments below, what do you think about all this? Please put them down there. Let's have this discussion. And as always, if you enjoy my content, throw me a big thumbs up. That would be stellar. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon here. So when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years. And hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me. That would be awesome. So that's it, guys. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You have a wonderful start of a brand new week. Take care and happy shooting.